G'day, and welcome back to Everlasting Summer. It's been a week or so since I last played it, so I can't quite remember what's happened. Well, most of it. I think we met some mysterious pioneer. That much I can remember. Let's see if I can remember the voices too. Let's get going. Maybe I'm already dead. Then this is the last stop. Please get off the train. You don't have a ticket. Oh, what are you thinking about? Nothing really. Just death. End of life. That sort of thing. Not a lot. I looked up and saw that pioneer I'd seen before. Are you me? I couldn't see his face again as the sun was shining in my eyes. You know, life. It seemed he would sit down next to me, but the pioneer stayed in the same place. Only half turned, which completely killed any hope of seeing his face. Oh dear, you don't get to see his face. I guess some other time. Listen, have we met earlier? I don't think I remember you. Well, let's say that you know who I am. Do I? Sorry, can't say I do. Am I you? Are you me? Are we from different realities? But I don't. Not that I can say I do. I laughed sincerely. Yeah, you don't. He answered short. I see. No, I don't. The sun's in my eyes, how can I? Honestly, it's not like I didn't want to talk. I just didn't know what to talk about. And my soul was so calm, this didn't bother me. Your first time here? He asked the question, but his tone implied he was only expecting a confirmation. Yes, and you? Me? He paused for a few seconds. Nah, it's not my first time here. One might say that I've visited this camp every year since my early childhood. Such an answer got me interested. Well. And what is it like before? It's always the same. Olga Dmitrievna being the camp leader, all the pioneers around, all the same lineups at the morning, and all these wicked accidents. For a moment I thought that it was me speaking, not him. Interesting. It's just what that with every new. He hesitated. Go on, don't leave me in suspense. I'm dying here. Can't you see? Or at least thinking about it. Yeah. More and more interesting things happen, and one gets to understand better what's going on. What are you talking about? This conversation positively triggered my curiosity. It's a pity that I can't distinguish the face of this pioneer at all. Well, every session in the pioneer camp reminds of the previous one. Does it? He said calmly. Probably. This is my first. It shows. The pioneer grinned. I didn't see no grinning, but it looks like it won't be the last. Well, it's funnier and all, but you know how they say there's no place like home, but you still have to get back there. Now I was absolutely sure that this guy was hiding something from me. To be precise, he stood out too much from the camp's usual ordinariness. and was too different from the local inhabitants. What do you mean? You think I'm stuck here forever or something? Is that what you're getting at? Couldn't possibly be that. I said, enunciating every word. The pioneer had no time to answer as the lunch bell sounded. I turned my head towards the loudspeaker, and by the time I looked back, the guy was already gone. Bugger. Thousands of theories and speculations instantly appeared in my mind, but I stopped myself remembering all that the apparent normality of this camp. After all, nothing supernatural has happened in these 5 days. Isn't it day 6? Moreover, everything here seemed too natural, sometimes even boring. Maybe this pioneer didn't mean anything by that and I just misunderstood him. Yes, that's what we'll go with. Misunderstood. Thinking that, I went to the canteen intending to feast on what, the same stuff you have every day. Sometimes it seemed to me that lunch here is akin to the crowds around the soup kitchens during a famine. Pioneers are running around, pushing each other, trying to crawl through for the first meal and take the most comfortable table. I was calmly standing and patiently waiting for the cook to get me my assigned food rations. Okay, we've got a word here. Okoroshka. I think that's how you pronounce it. Is a traditional Russian cold soup. For lunch today, we had okoroshka, which I didn't really like, and cutlets with potatoes, which I didn't really like. I don't mind potato. I sat in the corner and mentally rejoiced that I will be able to eat in peace. But then... Right? My table was the farthest from the kitchen. I could reasonably hope that the pioneers who were looking for a free place wouldn't reach it. But then... Or would reach at last. But then... However, when I moved on to the main course, Slavia, Shurik, and Electronic appeared from the crowd. But then... Yeah. Oh, hi.
Can we?
I had nothing against their company. I just wanted to be alone. That's all. Of course, go ahead. Never mind me. I'm perfectly fine having more than one person at the table. Lunch was going surprisingly calmly, even though Electronic wasn't jabbering, as he usually does. I finally finished the meal, sprawled in my chair, and, satisfied, clicked my tongue. Listen, do you know this pioneer? Look, mate, there's many pioneers at this camp. You can't just go, do you know a pioneer? You need to narrow it down a little bit. I saw him today. Okay, him. You specified a gender. Can you do a bit, go a bit further? You know, he's so... I suddenly realised that I don't really know how to describe him. What about my height? Same constitution.
I had to say, that's a description.
Thought I heard something. I'm hearing things. Is the game haunting me? No, that was Doki Doki. Slavia smiled. Great to imply that sort of stuff.
Well, we have half a camp of that guys, if it comes to that.
All in all, they were right. Out of all the pioneers, you pretty much just described about 50% of them. You expect to find them that way?
Why are you asking?
It's just that I met him today. And it seems like I haven't seen him before. Here before.
Look in the canteen. I don't think he'll miss lunch.
Why didn't I think of that? I don't know. Why didn't you? That's it. What's it? Okay guys, enjoy your meal. I got up and started to slowly walk along the rows of table. Lena and Xenia are sitting over there, I gave them a friendly smile. Eliza and Rulania are laughing and arguing about something. Olga Dmitrievna is surrounded by pioneers. Good thing she didn't notice me. Yeah, you're probably asked to do more stuff. You know, you probably stick out like a sore thumb right now, walking amongst the rows like that. Aisles. Needed strips. Whatever other words. There are hardly any free seats, but the guy from this morning is nowhere to be seen. The situation is getting more and more interesting. Looks like I won't find him here. Maybe he already had lunch. I headed to the exit. Onwards. It was so hot outside that it seemed like you would instantly melt after coming out of the shade. Oh, come on. Can't be as bad as Australia. Can't be 50 degrees. Celsius, that is. Where was I up to? I suddenly felt like sleeping. Well, if you say it's as hot as you reckon, then you probably want to do it in the shade so you don't get heat stroke. And get some water, would you? You want to head to the camp leader's cabin in order to follow the domestic interpretation of the Archimedes principle. In the end, Olga Dmitrievna is unlikely to return anytime soon. At least I think so. And I'll definitely have a couple of hours to rest. Anyways, I really didn't expect any other options to arise. Especially in this heat. The heavenly coolness in the cabin became my salvation. I took my clothes off and jumped into bed. Did you at least keep underwear on? Why am I even asking? But seriously, at least keep pants on. Crickets were lazily chirping outside. The wind was shaking the curtains on the window. As I sank into a dream. Is it going to be a nightmare again? No. Knocking on the door woke me up. And that's what it said. The knocks were soft but insistent. I reluctantly got up and went to open it. Strangely, there was nobody on the doorstep. Mysterious. I rubbed my eyes and stepped out to look around. All the same, no one around. A dream, maybe? Or is it that shadow creature that we saw early on? It was already 4 o'clock. You've had enough sleep. I felt jaded. Might want to snap out of it. I probably shouldn't have slept in the afternoon. After all, I knew that what was going to happen. I put on my boots, left the cabin and locked the door. But where shall I go? All in all, there is not much time till dinner. A sudden thought came to me that it would be nice to refresh myself. So I went towards the beach. We're going to the beach. The sun has passed the midday mark a while ago. It gets dark early here in the south. Doesn't now. I squinted and looked up at the flaming disc. You might not want to do that for too long. Who was that just now? I flinched. The same mysterious guy was standing in front of me. And once again, his face was hard to see due to the bright light. For a moment, the sun blinded me so I could not see anything besides the faint contours of objects. Are you stalking me? No, I was just passing by. He answered calmly. Then you should know better. So you haven't seen anyone? Correct. What are you blinking at there? I rubbed my eyes, but it did not help. Why didn't I see you at lunch? I asked bluntly. I wasn't hungry. He laughed. Ah. Very funny. I blinked a few times when my vision came back, but the pioneer had miraculously disappeared once again. Maybe he's the shadow creature. What the hell is going on here? Now I was absolutely sure there was something strange about that guy. Yeah, his disappearing tricks, for instance. He must be directly related to everything happening around here. I'll have to find out. But for starters, it's good to confirm that I'm not mistaken and that he is not just a local pioneer. It was quite crowded at the beach. It looked like everyone from the camp was here. But no wonder, it's so hot outside you get sunburnt. Try not to get melanoma. Olga Dmitrievna was standing just a bit further apart from everyone, keeping an eye on an army of pioneers. As soon as I thought that coming here might have not been the best idea, she noticed me. Otrak.
Hey, Simeon. You are in that lineup, and in general you were just lounging around all day.
I did not know how to answer.
And just how are you planning on becoming a proper pioneer?
I wasn't. She continued more softly. Olga Dmitrievna, in the camp. Is there a pioneer who looks a lot like me? She looked surprised.
Maybe, I don't know. Why do you ask?
Oh, I'm just curious.
Well, we have a lot of boys here.
Alright, never mind. Someone's yell came from the riverside and Olga Dmitrievna rushed in its direction. Well, it looks like I'll be spared a lecture. This time. I lowered myself onto the sand and stared at the pioneers playing in the water. After a few minutes of sitting here... Juliana? I think that's how I'm gonna say it now. Juliana. Juliana approached me. What do you want, kid?
Why so sad?
I'm not sad. I'm just idling.
Well, why are you sitting here all alone?
Just thinking. Don't mind me. Enjoy yourself. Oh.
About what?
I tried to spare her my story about the mysterious pioneer. Well, imagine that you were chatting with a weird person, and you had to figure out what exactly was so weird about them.
Simple. I just ask them.
Would you now? What if they don't answer you? And they keep vanishing. She laughed. Too simple. But he won't answer.
How do you know? Have you tried asking?
No, but it's obvious. Uliana did not answer, just sat down next to me and let out a tight sigh.
I will swim down.
And what if they know something but won't tell you?
Make them.
But how? For a bit longer we sat together talking about random things, and then I got up and said goodbye and went away. Bye bye. It's time to find the mysterious stranger and get all the answers. First place to visit was the bus stop. After all, this is where it all began. The road was empty as always. Only small dust tornadoes were occasionally visible on it. And the gates. I was ready to turn around and go back to the cab, but then I heard someone whisper. Well, with that, that's all the time I've got for this episode. If you enjoyed it, be sure to leave a like. If you enjoy what I do, why not subscribe? With all that said, thanks for watching, have a fantastic day, and be sure to tune in next time. Cheerio!